Okay, so this is for biology, the osmosis experiment, using the potatoes in the different solutions. So the supplies you'll need is potatoes, and you'll need three different solutions, and they'll be labeled for you: hypotonic solution, hypertonic solution, and an isotonic solution. Now, these are just saltwater solutions, so they won't harm you, so you don't need to wear gloves. You also need a scale, okay, and you need some weighing boats. Three weighing boats, one for each beaker that you have. And each beaker, you can use a plastic cup or a beaker, but you'll need to label it corresponding to the solution. Hypotonic, hypertonic beaker, isotonic beaker. You will also need a beaker full of distilled, or I guess not full, but just some distilled water. Okay, so I'll put that there. So you'll need some distilled water right here. Okay. You'll also need some paper towels that you'll use to let some things dry. Weighing boats, scale, potato, beakers, prepared solutions, paper towels. Got it. So what you're going to do after you make sure you've located and or gathered all the supplies you need, you're going to follow the instructions. So you need to cut the potato and get three different sizes, or no, three different chunks. So here's our potato. And you use this handy dandy tool here to cut the chunks of the potato. I get about the, what number is this on here? It's about a number 6 on this tool. So you just actually, you can maybe have one person in the class do this part if you want. Just punch it right through. You can get multiple holes through. Now you can notice on the other end, they're coming out. Okay, here's it. One. You can keep going. Sometimes they get stuck in there. But you want 3 sizes. This long one, I'll usually cut it or break it in half or cut it. So there's 2 chunks of potato. And then your third, sometimes if they're hard to get out, you just take the other part of the tool and push down here. So now I take 3 chunks of the potato. Now this is an important step that you need to make sure you do. Now I have my 3 chunks of the potato that I'm going to use to put in each one of my solutions. But before you get the pre-weights, you're going to dip each one of them in that distilled water that you got. Okay, so you literally dip them in there, and you take your paper towel and you dry them off. Okay. Okay, so that one I'm going to put in my hypotonic weighing boat. You can even label the weighing boats if you want. Dip the other potato in the water. Okay. Dry it off. Stick it in another weighing boat, my hypertonic weighing boat. Then stick the third one in. You want to dry it off. Good. And stick that in the isotonic weighing boat. So you can see all 3 potato chunks in front of my beakers that are labeled appropriately. Now these will not be at your lab station. You'll actually have to go pour them. But before you weigh potatoes, or before you put the solution on them, you need to get the weight of potato before you put the solution in it. So you take potato for the hypertonic potato, you take it in the weighing boat, and you go to your scale. Okay. Make sure the scale's on, and it should be in grams. You put the weighing boat on there, and make sure you press tare. It takes away the weight of the weighing boat. So now I can get the weight of that, just the potato, and I see that it's 1.74 grams, and I would write that down for hypotonic. Oops, put it down here. hypotonic weight of potato before, I would write 1.74. Okay? And you want to get the weight of all 3 of the potato chunks before. Okay? And once you do that, let's say I get this one weighed and write it down, and get this one weighed, write it down. I then put them in their beakers that are empty. Okay. Now is where you go to where these flasks are in the, or the Meyer flasks are in the lab area, hypotonic solution, and you just want to pour enough to just cover the potato. See, right here, just enough to cover it, which turns out to be about 50 milliliters, really. You don't need to pour the whole thing. And I cover the hypotonic solution, cover the potato, and I cover the potato in the isotonic solution. Then you're going to note the time, and then you're going to wait for an hour. Okay? After an hour, you're going to take out the potatoes out of the solution. Another important part, dry it off. Put it in its weighing boat. Of course, you gotta tare it, which we already did. You get the weights after the hour, and you're going to record it on your data table. And that is collecting your data for the osmosis experiment. That's how you do it.